of Steven Spielberg. That is right, guys, we are talking about the new Spielberg movie that just came out on July 1st, which is the BFG, which is based off of the book made by Roald Dahl, which is called the BFG. And in this movie, there's a little girl named Sophie. She's basically living in an orphanage, but things just suck there. But in the middle of the night, this big friendly giant played by Mark Rylance takes her to a magical place where no one has gone before called Giant Country. And while this is happening, they begin to bond, they go on really grand, fantastic adventures with each other, and basically that's what the movie is about. It's between the relationship between the BFG and the little girl Sophie. And yeah, you see movies like this, like E.T., and trust me on this, Steven Spielberg knows how to make great kids movies. And I think this happens to be one of them. And let me start off by saying that Mark Rylance is fantastic as the BFG. I really like this guy in Bridge of Spies, and now he's in this fantastic movie, and he's just great. He's really relatable, and you kind of feel sorry for him at points. Because in this movie, he's kind of like the runt of the entire Giant Country population. He's kind of like an outcast to people where he's surrounded by like these mean, brutal, ugly, brutish giants, and you kind of feel sorry for him. The little girl in this movie I thought was really good as well. And I think as kid acting goes in like Disney adaptations, I think she's like one of the best of them. And I think in my opinion, she was better than the kid in the Jungle Book. Whereas the kid in the Jungle Book, yeah, he's like doing nothing except looking at green screen and all that stuff, but he's acting like a cartoon kid. He's acting like Anakin from Star Wars. Basically, she really takes this role well, and the way she performs is so good and brings this film to life. And one of the greatest things is the friendship bond between Sophie and the BFG. Throughout the film, Sophie is just telling the BFG to do courageous things to make him stand up for himself. And that's one of the greatest things in this movie. CGI and motion capture is really great in this movie. And as you're watching this movie, you're like, that looks like Mark Rylance in makeup. And the giant looks really, really impressive when you see it on the big screen. And also, the CGI works with creating the world of Giant Country, and it looks impressive. It looks really good. There were some funny and charming cute moments here and there as the film goes on. And speaking of the film going on, the film does begin to drag for some times where you're just waiting for something to happen. But that was only for like a little while. Maybe there'd just be a scene about like the discussion between the two and it kind of goes on for like way too long or something. The pacing is kind of a bit of a drag here and there, but other than that, I don't think there's any complaints in this film. Guys, in the end, I really love the BFG. I thought the story was really good, the chemistry between Sophie and the BFG was really good, the performances were great, some of the funny moments were great, the CGI motion capture is really good, but the pacing does bog it down a little bit. But it was just a minor issue. It's not like a big, huge issue. For me personally, I would give the BFG a 4.5 out of 5. Alright guys, that is my review of the BFG. Comment below, let me know what you thought about the movie. Find me on Facebook, Google+, or private message me on YouTube if you feel like it. My name is Luke Nukem, and you have been blown away.